it's a bit boring, but I confess that there are some commendable things. I'll confess that I like Walt Whitman and Paul Simon and Noam Chomsky and Miller. I confess that Sacco and Vanzetti, who have my blood, are memorable in the history of the USA, and I follow them. They were murdered by labor leaders in the electric chair, by the fascists who are within the USA as well as within my country. I don't like your oil, Trump. It's going to wipe out the human species because of greed. Maybe one day, with a glass of whiskey that I accept, despite my gastritis, we can talk frankly about this. But it's difficult because you consider me part of an inferior race, and I'm not, nor is any Colombian. So, if you know someone who is stubborn, that's me, period. You can try to carry out a coup with your economic strength and your arrogance, like they did with Allende. But I will die true to my principles. I resisted torture, and I resist you. I don't want slavers next in Colombia. We already had many, and we freed ourselves. What I want next in Colombia are lovers of freedom. If you can't join me, I'll go elsewhere. Colombia is the heart of the world, and you didn't understand that. This is the land of the yellow butterflies, of the beauty of the remedios, but I also of the colonels like Aureliano Buendia, of which I am one, perhaps the last. You will kill me, but I will survive in my people, which lives before yours in the Americas. We are peoples of the winds, the mountains, the Caribbean Sea, and of freedom. You don't like our freedom, okay. I don't shake hands with white slavers. I shake hands with the white libertarian heirs of Lincoln and the black and white farm boys of the USA, at whose graves I cried and prayed on a battlefield, which I reached after walking the mountains of Italian Tuscany after being saved from COVID. They are the United States, and before them I kneel, before no one else. Overthrow me, Mr. President, and the Americas and humanity will respond. Colombia now stops looking north. It looks at the world. Our blood comes from the blood of Caliphate of Cordoba, the civilization of that time, the Roman Latins of the Mediterranean, the civilization of that time who founded the Republic. Democracy in Athens. Our blood comes from the black resistance fighters turned into slaves by you. Colombia is the first free territory of America before Washington, before all of America, and I take refuge in its African songs. My land is made up of goldsmiths who worked in the time of the Egyptian pharaohs and all of the first artists in the world of Chirbiquete. You will never rule us. You're opposed to the warrior who rode our lands, shouting freedom, whose name is Boliviad. Our people are somewhat fearful, somewhat timid. They are naive and kind, loving, but they know how to win the Panama Canal, which you took from us with violence. 200 heroes from all of Latin America lie in the Bocas del Toro, today's Panama, formerly Colombia, which you murdered. I raise a flag, and as Jorge Eliezer Gatain, I'm murdering those names, as he said, even if it remains alone, it will continue to be raised with the Latin American dignity that is the dignity of America, which your great-grandfather did not know, and mine did, Mr. President, an immigrant in the USA. Your blockade does not scare me because Colombia, beside being the country of beauty, is the heart of the world. While we're at it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of The Good Truth on YouTube, obviously at The Good Truth, here on Twitch at The Good Truth, everywhere you can find us at The Good Truth. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.